Just kick right in. Let's give it a second. Let's try to figure out that this is happening. Salute world. Respect to the room. It's your man, Mr. Mac, welcoming you to the Garage Sessions, home of the worldwide mechanics. Check in from all over the globe. I'm your head mechanic, Mr. Mac. Get on in here, get your coveralls, get your tool belt. Let's get this thing on the rack and see where we at. Do me a solid. Hit the subs, hit the likes, hit the likes, hit the subs. That's how you show your boy love. Hit the hype and hit the share so people see how we do it around here. I'm getting better at that. I'm getting better at that. Listen, I don't want to take a lot of time. I need to jump directly into what we're doing as far as this room. I actually have like toast on my face. That's crazy. That's how hungry I was. Um, I want to jump directly into this Remy Ma situation. Okay, little bit of little couple of clarifying remarks, real quick. Number one, um, turns out, turns out, Clarissa Shields raps. She raps, y'all. She raps. Clarissa raps. Anything we were about to say as far as Remy taking a shot at Clarissa or expecting Clarissa not to drop bars. Shout out to the boy Screwface Jean. Just pointed out that Screwface Jean just pointed out that in the last 2 years, Clarissa has been more active when it comes to rapping than Remy has. There's freestyles all over the place. There's verses all over the place. It's really, and I'm not sitting here telling you that any of this warrants a response. We know Clarissa from boxing. However, the excuse that, well, you going at her and she's not a rapper, that's off the table. Push button, I see you. Shout out to all the mechanics pulling in and pulling up and talking that talk. Hit the likes, folks. Hit the likes, hit the subs if you're pulling up. Push button producer, salute. Pasadena, California, I see you. CP, BBQ, salute to you. Thank you for pulling up. Appreciate all the mechanics pulling. I hope you're subscribing, bro. I hope you pulled up and you're subscribing. I hope you coming to fuck with us on some real shit. I'm probably not supposed to be cursing that much. But one way or the other, thank you for being here. Yeah, we're not gonna get. We can start talking about Clarissa's skills, but here's the thing: whether you're good or bad, you didn't step in the ring, and I'm sure as a boxer, she knows that too. It really don't matter how much you've been. It really don't matter how much you've been training. Once you step into the ring, you came in there to fight. So if you can't fight, you should have stayed out of the ring. Clarissa has not said any bars back. But the fact that she's been more actively rapping in the last 2 years puts her immediately in the car. And then shout out to Screwface, makes her eligible for bars. She's now eligible to get bars and respond back with bars. So we can see how that goes. Here's the other thing. Imagine Clarissa comes out smoking. Imagine she comes out with a verse and it's insane. Now what happens? Now what happens? You know what I'm saying? So just for anybody who hasn't kept all the way up, Remy let off a freestyle. It's assumed that she's taking shots at Pap and Clarissa. Assumed. I can only say allegedly because I can say allegedly because she didn't mention any names. Not my favorite thing to do, but hey, No names is no names. Um, However, let's just say for the sake of argument, the shot is aimed at Clarissa and Pap. Miss Hustle over the exact same beat that Remy did her 1-2-1. It's on the radar. It's on the radar freestyle. If Remy did her 1-2-1, it Miss Hustle, a renowned battle rapper and former friend, allegedly, apparently, former friend of Remy, jumps on the exact same beat and proceeds to take shots the exact same way. Not actually saying any names, but it's safe to assume that these are all aimed at Remy, especially seeing as how she's going over the same beat. Now the talk has been, will Pap respond? Um, will Remy respond to Hustle? And in all this talk, we've just always assumed that there will be no words from Clarissa because she's not a rapper. And then it comes to light that she's very active. She's very actively rapping. Hit the likes, hit the subs. That's how you show your boy love. Hit the likes, hit the subs. That's how you show your boy love. Shout out to B74, the maiden of the comment section, of the live comment section. Shout out to B74. One time for Charlie Funk, push button producer. Shout out to everybody who's just pulling up. Nathan, one time, thank you. Oh well, hoodie God, man, I got you. Hoodie God, that's what I do, man. Um, B74, we appreciate you for just being who you are and doing what you do. I didn't mean for that to be wrong. So now that we have the entire thing popping, now we know who all the players are. Now it's just a matter of what kind of response should we be looking at. Now, I asked you guys in the last session, should Remy respond? Who had the better bars between Hustle and Remy? Now, I'm not asking you to say who took round one. I don't really consider this round one, seeing as how nobody attributed any of Remy's rhymes to Miss Hustle, but everyone attributed all of Hustle's rhymes to Remy. So I'm not really gonna call it round one. You know what I mean? It's a little difficult. It's like I wouldn't talk about you, but you're talking about me, and like I'm looking that way, and you punch me from over here. So now when we square up and we actually fight, now that's like kind of it's almost like Hustle went first. If it's Pap and Clarissa, Remy went first. But if it's Remy against Hustle, Hustle went first because nobody was talking about Hustle, and she jumped out and did a 1-2. We need names. Stop subbing. Dwayne, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. We could definitely use that. We could definitely use some names. I hate the alleged hoodie has been placed on my jacket. Yo, hoodie. Yo, B, back away from my back away, woman, back away. You know what? When I get it popping though, when I get it popping, like towards the end of the year, I'm gonna bless the mechanics. Oh, shout out to Calvin Campbell in the building. The UK, my UK mechanic in the building. When I get it popping, I'm gonna bless the mechanics with hoodies. Now I'm gonna have y'all put your sizes in the joint. Not now, but I'm gonna have y'all put the sizes in the chat. And yeah, y'all, it's got to be something, right? It's got to be something for fucking with me and sticking around like this. And I know who everyone is, so my specific joint. I got y'all. It's just anything that keeps B74 from trying to raid my closet. Can't have that. Anything that keeps her from, scheming on my collection, I'm willing to do. So yeah, I got y'all. I got y'all. Like, give me till like when I really launch the merch line, I'm gonna make it a point to hook y'all up. She said, "Good luck." Jesus Christ. Now B74 raid our closet. You know what, L? Better y'all than me. Better y'all than me, and I got a lot, but I'm not trying to lose none of them to B74. Better y'all than me. Anyway, getting out of my collection and back on this rap thing. Y'all are ridiculous. Y'all are ridiculous. Y'all are ridiculous. Back on this rap thing. I asked everybody who had the better bars. Should Remy respond to Hustle, right? And I'm gonna go over the comments and let's just get that popping now. Let's just get that out the way. So who answered first? Nige Capricorn 23 said, Remy killed it. Hustle only came out because she wanted to ride the wave and saw Remy getting so much attention. She's also friends with Clarissa and Papoose. Hustle did okay, but I can't even remember what she said. I don't know about that. Well, but that's your opinion. That's your opinion. I'm not here to argue it. So that's one that Remy had the better bars. Right. Fatima, good afternoon, busy season. Glad to find time to hear this one. Oh, she's talking about the live, or she might be talking about the music. Fatima, you didn't answer the question. Salute. Thank you for pulling up, but come on now, talk to me, girl. Calvin went in. I'm gonna read Calvin's from. Calvin, I can't even tell where you started. Calvin dropped multiple comments in here. Um, I'll just read them as they are. Oh well, okay. Okay. I think down here is where you started. Remy has to come back simply because Miss Hustle was so good and definitely had people paying attention. I agree with Calvin. And that's not any kind of hot take. I normally find myself agreeing with Calvin. I normally find myself agreeing with Calvin. That's not a hot take at all. But somebody says, one the great 841 says, bro, no, she does not. It does absolutely nothing for her career. That was a fan hater. That was a fan hater. So because of the context, she should laugh and pay no mind. We don't want to see that at all. Okay, one the great, speak for yourself, bro. Again, I agree with Calvin. Speak for yourself. Absolutely nothing for her career. This is hip hop. Not everything is supposed to be about just furthering. First of all, none of this is not it. Either all of it is helping her career or none of it is helping her career, because at the end of the day, it's all promo. It's only bad promo if she loses. But if she sets this up to drop a single or drop an album, then yeah, it helped. If she sets this up to drop a single and drop an album and the loss, wipes out her attention and now it's on Hustle, and it wasn't that great of an idea. But you can always spin attention. So I completely agree with that. I disagree with that entire premise. It does nothing for our career, and we got to stop that as a reason to duck smoke. Like, seriously, it can't be. Well, this don't do nothing. But you just ducking smoke. Like, stop. Because if that's the case, what do you get out of dissing Papoose and Clarissa? So that's dead. That was a fan hater because of the context. Miss Hustle is not a fan. I'm sure she's a fan of music. That sounds crazy, but Miss Hustle is not some pedestrian off the block. Her and Remy have like had an established relationship, and Hustle was in a battle league that Remy was running. Like that, the gripe could be genuine. I don't know what it is yet, so I can't sit here and tell you. But the gripe could be very genuine, and the response could be just as genuine. So no, man, I disagree with that take. I'm not, and thank you for pulling up and giving us your 1-2. But I completely disagree with most of these reasons for ducking smoke. Calvin came back and said, and I know people are gonna say, how can I pick Hustle over Remy? The point to point, the point to clarify her and wait, the point to point clarity Oh, got you. The point to point clarity and her cadence was much better, and especially on beat. It hit way better, and people need to listen to both with open minds. Again, I agree with Calvin. Well, not Cal. Let me say it this way: Calvin's point. Calvin has a point. You know, if that's your criteria, the point to point clarity and a cadence. But again, Remy wasn't shooting at her. But I still get where you're coming from, Calvin. I still see your point. Let me just put it there. Without picking this thing apart too much, I still see exactly where you're coming from. And that makes all the sense in the world. So let me just say that. DJ All Day kicked in, put up those tools. So I put down my rum punch and listened to both. Miss Hustle round one, cadence delivery was just better. DJ, I see you. I see you. You know what? Let me go ahead and like these comments. Go ahead and like these comments. Just off the fact that y'all are pulling up. Um, Sorry, I have not been on the actual lives, Brother Mac. My schedule doesn't allow it, but most definitely catching the recordings. Okay, Raymond 6211, Raymond Dean 6211. I appreciate you pulling up. Hopefully, you're a subscriber. I don't mind when you get busy with us, as long as you get busy with us. Hopefully, you come on over and join the mechanics. Go ahead and set your alarm just in case you want to pull up. But let me go ahead and like that. I appreciate it, man. You never have to apologize for doing what you do. Moni loved one. I didn't listen to Hustle Team Remy. All right. Well, come on now. You're just not even being objective. You, admitting or acknowledging or stating that Hustle had better bars wouldn't take you off of Team Remy. You can still be very much Team Remy. Remy could lose, and you could still be Team Remy. Nobody is asking you to renounce your support or your fandom of anyone just because somebody else is doing their one too. Uh, Push button producer, salute to you. A dollar that super chat for being thorough. Thank you, King. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. And I'm seeing the likes doing their one too. Thank you, B74. Um, yeah, that's just a wild bias and an unnecessary one. That's a wild bias. Moni loved one. I get you. I hear you. But come on now. You ain't even listening. Here's the thing. Here's the real thing. Here's the real thing. What if I give you two scenarios? What if one, you went and listened to Hustle and did a deep dive on her catalog and found out that you're also Team Hustle? What if now you found somebody else to like and you just like her music? You just got somebody else that you can really dig. That's not killing anything. Like nobody's telling you to not listen to Remy, but what if you just found somebody else to turn up? More than one woman you can have more than one favorite MC. What, God forbid, you like Nas and Jay, you like Drake and Kendrick, clutch the pearls. Like it, you know what I mean? You could be depriving yourself. Here's the other part. At one time, Remy liked this woman too. They used to be cool. And Hustle is a battle league bully. She does her one too. So like at one time, Remy was cool with it too. So all I'm saying is being team anything doesn't negate just listening and being objective about it. Just you can just say, okay, well, Remy's still my favorite, but she got you. Like, I'm a big Mike Tyson fan, but I never ran around screaming he got jerked when Buster Douglas knocked him out. See what I'm saying? Calvin Campbell with a super chat. If people are honest and actually listen with open minds, Hustle's cadence and flow was better. Plus, Her bars hit way better, and I'm a fan of Remy. See, again, leave it to Calvin to pave the way. Leave it to the bro to pave the way. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You can like both. It doesn't. Don't block your blessing. You might be dead in something that you would actually really enjoy. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to Calvin for again. This dude's like the minister in here. Like this guy, every word is him preaching. Um, and yes, one time for Calvin for continually supporting. One time for all the mechanics for continually supporting. Them super chats mean something. I don't want you to think they don't. That's why I stop the clock anytime one of them comes up and make it a point to read that. So I want to just say I appreciate everybody who does it for whatever reason you do it, for whatever amount you do it for. Like, I just need to say that real quick. Um, Calvin back again. He said, and the fact that Fab has just dropped some heat. Yes, he did. And also AZ, Do or Die 3 on the way officially announced on Mass Appeal Records. Of course, Nas is dropping it. I am excited and loving this. And also knowing that AZ has an album coming with Nas. Oh my God, we're in for a great year and definitely make anyone thinking of dropping a joint to make sure their pen is sharp and on point. Plus, you can imagine if Papoose jumps in with a drop and gives us bars, he actually gives us the bars he actually gives us the bars he actually does. Oh my God, it's a win-win for the culture and fans of dope hip hop. Calvin, I will tell you to shut the fuck up the second you start lying. Second you lie, I'll tell you to shut up. Until then, bro, just spray. Back to Calvin. Keeping it 100 after listening to both Remy Ma and Miss Hustle latest tracks several times. Miss Hustle has it. And I say that because I didn't share Remy's drop, although I did like it. But I immediately shared Miss Hustle's drop because it was fire and made me go damn. And let's not forget that the Locks have also dropped a dope ass track that I have on rotation. Yo, Calvin, you got really good taste in music, bro. I expect that from the mechanics. I expect all of y'all have good taste in music just because of the way we speak in here and the way we give it up. Um, but yeah, y'all got really good taste in music. Um, tut 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 tut. Okay, so yeah, that's all the comments. Not too many. Didn't go too crazy. Um, y'all can talk to me some more in the comments, but I love just being able to respond. Pap ain't going at Remy. Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know if I see that happening either. I don't know if I see that happening either, but I also don't want him to send Clarissa out there to the world. But imagine if Clarissa has a smoker. Imagine if Clarissa over the same beat drops heat. Now, here's the real question. Are y'all going to attribute her bars to Pap? Is there even a chance that Clarissa could get off without the masses screaming Pap wrote it and just completely discrediting her? I see that as a difficult hurdle to get past. Because if she kills it, everybody's going to want to give Pap the credit for it. And that would suck. That especially if she wrote it, especially if that's not the case and she just wrote it on her own merit. Like we said, she's got these past 2 years she's been more active than Rim as far as rapping is concerned. You just go to YouTube and just do a quick Google search and all this smoke comes up from Clarissa. All these bars come up from Clarissa, and Remy hasn't been that active. So I'm not saying, I'm just saying it would really suck if Clarissa kicked back, scored, like had legitimate punches and scored and it sounded dope. And then Papoose just got all the credit for it. I'll give you my personal feeling. Number one, I don't think Pap needs to respond or should respond. Two, I think there's a much higher likelihood that Clarissa does not respond and just lends her support to Miss Hustle as she's already done. She's already jumped in Miss Hustle's comment section underneath the bars and dropped fire emojis. And then she did like in her stories, she was quoting actual lines. So, you know, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I don't know what their relationship was before, but I see what it is now. Like she's definitely throwing her support behind Hustle. If I'm Clarissa, I leave this to the pros. If I'm Pap, I leave this to the ladies. And not that again, y'all already know how I feel. The bars are unisex. Anybody can get it. If Pap did decide to respond, I would totally understand that. But for me, this lands a little different, and I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. They got a kid together. Pap and Remy have a child that they have to raise. They have a daughter together. I dislike the idea of mother and father insulting each other over the airwaves for everybody to see, as if this kid's never gonna grow up. And I don't know how you handle it. I don't know how you handle it. I'm not giving that kind of advice. I'm not Dr. Ruth out this motherfucker. Wow, that was a throwback. I'm not like a marriage counselor or any kind of, but it you know what I mean? I don't like kids seeing their parents argue in the house. There was a rule in the crib and playing crib. Yo, we don't argue in front of the kid. We can debate and you back me up now and I'll back you up now and then we can talk about it later and come to a different decision and make up our minds. But in front of the kid, we are a united front. And man, they are like for it to get where it can go on some bar. Imagine Pap aim those bars he had for 50. Imagine he aims that at Remy, and now that's in the ether for the forever. It never vanishes. It never goes away. And the kid stumbles across you talking about his father, her father talking about her mother that way. Like, you know what I mean? It's not that it's a little sticky. It's a little sticky. Um, I don't know how you handle that. Like it's a little sticky. So I'm hoping, I'm hoping Pat takes the high road. Clarissa takes a less high, but you know, still kind of a high road, but lends her support to Miss Hustle. And Miss Hustle and Remy can have a good old fashioned knock down, drag out, like get it popping. Those two can do the 1-2, and that's my hope for how this thing goes. Um, yeah, Will Smith could learn from Pap and Clarissa. I don't even want to talk, man. I just saw Jada Pinkett. It's like she hates it. You know what? I'm done here. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank y'all for pulling up to the garage. You ain't about to do that to me, Calvin. Nope, 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 nope. I want to thank y'all for pulling up for another great garage session. Head down in the comments. Let's further this discussion. That's cool. I said the same word twice, so it rhyme was that. Yeah. Anyway, um, thank y'all for pulling up. Hang up your coveralls. Hang up your tool belt. Let's get this car off the rack and see where we at. Hit the like, hit the hype, and hit the share so people see how we do it around here. And you know, hit the likes and hit the subs. That's how you show your boy love. Shout out to all the mechanics, nationwide, worldwide, checking in from wherever you're at. One time for Calvin Campbell and and what was it? One time for Calvin, of course, and Push Button Producer for the super chats. Fellas, I deeply appreciate when you do that. I deeply appreciate the support. Join me here tomorrow at 5 o'clock. We are going to continue this kind of bar talk and continue to we're just going to talk culture in here. You notice I'm purposefully avoiding all the Gucci Man, Pooh Shiesty. I'm avoiding all that because I just want a place where we can come talk music. I don't want to talk about antics and street business. I'd much rather be talking about music. So that's what I get to do. And I get to do that in here with you guys. I got a late rehearsal I'm about to run out to. Show on the 25th, The Craft at Littlefield in Brooklyn. Flyers on my Instagram. Hit the likes, hit the subs. That's how you show your boy love. And God bless everybody in here. God willing, I will see you here tomorrow at 5 o'clock. All right? Everybody be cool till then. And let's keep this hip hop thing going. Peace.